Our next presenter is Kristen Veal.
How are you?
Kristen was a scholarship holder at the Australian Institute of Sport, now the Basketball Australia Centre of Excellence in Canberra. She was an Opals player, played in the WNBL, the WNBA, and was head coach of the Basketball Australia Centre of Excellence. And now she's been promoted to head coach of the Canberra Capitals in the Women's National Basketball League. And Kristen's going to be talking about movement without the basketball. Please make welcome Coach Kristen Veal.
Thanks, Patrick. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for having me. Again, these are always fun for me with the challenge in the background. I will try and project my voice as much as possible. I apologise to everyone down this end. If you can't hear me, just give me this signal and we'll go up. So we're going to talk about off-ball movement today. Something I'm passionate about. I mean, there's a lot of things in basketball we're all passionate about, but definitely at the moment we've become a very baller-centric junior environment. I'm not sure, I'm still working out at professional level. I think there's a bit more of a balance, but definitely growing up, the kids, they need the ball in their hand to feel like they're doing something. So, and we'll talk about it at the end, but can we sell them on the importance of off-ball movement, how they can contribute and how they can get excited about doing stuff without the ball, because there is so much that you can do that contributes to success and enjoyment and scores and wins and all those things. So we'll talk about that at the end. Pretty fortunate the way that we'll structure this. I've been guided by a lot of great coaches through my coaching career. We'll have a little bit of whole part whole. We will definitely do 5v 50%, so we try and get away from on zero as much as possible, 5v 50%, so you can have the context of where the defense is. And then again, if anyone's been to a clinic with me or coach with me, we'll coach in the chaos a fair bit. So it looks messy, but we'll throw it in 4-on-4, 5-on-5, 3-on-3, and let them play, and it'll be chaotic. But that's an important way to learn what they need, and then also to give them opportunity to explore and get better. For us, we'll stay with the 4v4, mainly because it gives a little bit more context of where the defense is going to be, but enough space for the offense to be successful. So that's why we hang out in the 4v4 space a little bit. So we'll get cracking on off-ball. So we spoke to Lon about this. We're just going to focus on flare screens and stagger screens. I'm sure anyone that's been to any of the games this week see that there's a lot of flare screens and there's a lot of stagger screens. And we'll talk a little bit at the end about some ways that you can kind of structure that in your practices. The four things that we'll talk about is hunt and hit on the screen. So hunt and hit. So we have on balls, there can be a bit of going in. You can brush screen, you can rub screen, you can slip, you can get out, you can smash them as well, but you can get out of that. But when we're setting screens off the ball, we want some interference. We want to force a switch, or we want to force some advantage. So we need one of those two things to happen. Both are good. Even if it's a switch, both are good. But we need to hit on those screens. We need to hunt, and then we need to hit on those screens. The second one is be late on the cut. So we don't want to go too early. Tom just worked on passing. It is something that we're trying to get better at. If we've cut before the pass is ready, at any level, that's going to be a different time. We're not going to be able to use that action. The last one is score or sacrifice. If you're coming off that, you are scoring. Yep, mentality score, or you are sacrificing. So either way, you're doing it with max effort, with purpose. And the last one is assertive next. What do you do after it? So we'll have some pre-action and some post-action out of flares and staggers. So we'll get cracking on that. So 4v4, let's just have everyone up. So one team at the back. Let's go 3v3 to start with, and just our sub. So we'll start with flare screens. Again, these guys are not China-type bigs, not Korea-type guards, right? So you can do it out of any lineup, right? And especially young players, let's put a guard here. Especially young players, right? Don't sacrifice their opportunity to learn by boxing them into situations in positions. So you can put them in different spots. So let's have a horns action here. So player here, sorry, player here, and we need a ball. We're on it. So really just simple, just to get everyone comfortable. So we're going to jump to the ball. Yep, throw it here. All right, so we're going to set a flare screen. So we're going to come up. The first point was hunt and hit. Is it Jen? Yeah. So Jen's going to come up here. She's going to hunt. She's going to be big, right? We're not screening a spot, right? We're hunting the defender as wide as we can, and where we can, we're going to hit Caitlin, right? Be late on the cut. So we've got to set up, right? Be late on the cut. As we come off, you're coming off to score or sacrifice. Yep, and then assertive next. Am I popping? Am I on ball? Am I turning around? Am I screening? Am I diving? You get choices, all right? Just for now, so we get a little bit of success, there's no pressure on here. So the defense is here, but there's no pressure on here, all right? And what we're gonna start working on with our teams is play with as much space as you like, all right? More athletic, play with as much space as you like. All right, let's play that. 3v3 flare screen. Hunt and hit. Score or sacrifice, assertive next. Play. Good. Very good. Hold up. Lovely. Good. Everyone comfortable? Yep. Rotate. O to D, D out. 1 rep each. Trying to get them warm. Helps if you guys are in the same colors. Later. Good. Hunt and hit. Be late on the cut. Assertive next. Good. Hold up. Good. Last group in. So remember those 4 things, guys, and I told them, but probably not you guys. Hunt and hit, very good. Hunt and hit, very good. Score or sacrifice. Sorry, be late on the cut, very good. Score or sacrifice. So what kind of cuts can you make off this? You can curl. You can flare. Straight cut, right? If they jump to the ball. So now we start to talk about reads. It all comes into reads. So Caitlin, throw to, here we go. So if we jump to the screen here, hold up, Caitlin, be late on the cut. She jumps to the screen here. What's your cut here? Straight cut, right? Based on the read. Come back. We jump to the ball here, right? Go over top. What's the read? Curl. Good. We come back, right? We hunt the screen. We melt into the screen, or we try to go under, so you shift it. Shift the screen. Good. What's it here? Flare. Thanks, Patrick. All right. And again, what did we ask for here? Space. Right, like Tom's saying, right, we've got to be able to see where we're passing, right, playing with space, all right. Score or sacrifice, assertive next was very good. Here we go. Good. Okay, very good. Everyone had a rep each? Okay, go 1 more rep each. The last thing that I kind of had on my notes after all those 4 points, I didn't make it, right, but we'll make the point now, was hunt and hit, dash, talk. Be late on the cut, dash, talk. Score or sacrifice, dash, talk. Assertive next, dash, talk. So highlighting the importance of talk, right? And I know how hard it is to be a demonstrator at one of these things, right? But everyone's going to talk. Talk your screen, talk what you want to do, and just say what you're going to do. So assertive next, you made this amazing cut. Cutting. Yep. Does that make sense? Everyone's going to talk what they're doing. All right, here we go. Oh, score it. Good, very good. Rotate. Let's go 1 more rep each. And then we up the chat. Now they're starting to get it. They're starting to get comfortable, starting to get warm, right? You get 2 points if you can score off the flare screen. You get 1 point if you can score outside of that. 2 points if you can score off the flare screen. Any which way, whether straight, curl, flare, you get 2 points if you can score off that. Here we go. Play with space. Yeah. Very good, so that would be 1 point. We had a good look at that, right? And this is where, and that's why it was great that Tom did that first, right? Is that passing, right? That passing. So again, I want you to play with more space. Yep, more space, get away from the pressure, and then we can play. So then we build it, let's go to 4v4. 4v4, right? So that's very simple flare screens. You guys have all seen that before. Now we're gonna add some pre-action in it. Smell? Good. So who's gonna play a big, can someone just for visual sake, can someone play a big, can you jump in? All right. All right, so Zoe, you're up here. All right, you start on the wing. You start up here. Okay. So some pre-action, right? So we're gonna go down and set an on ball on this side here. At the same time, you're gonna set a down screen, red screen, wide pin down, whatever you wanna call it. All right, Let's just say you're out of bet because Caitlin's an amazing shooter. Good, we set a red screen. Right, we're coming up for this. You come off this on ball here. We're coming up for this. Pass it to Caitlin. All right, you flip that on ball into a flare screen. Okay? We're looking for this. Again, post action. What do we have after that? So you come to the pinch right there. Right, now you've got this action here. So now you have multiple things. So now it's harder for the defense to defend it. So we're looking for you coming off this, our flare screen. 2 points if we can score off the flare screen. If not, we have options. Again, hunt the screen. Yep, hunt the screen. Be late on the cut. Be late on the cut. Score or sacrifice. Yep, and then assertive next. All right, here we go. Good. Turn it over. O to D. Lots of talk here. Lots of talk. Be late. Good. Very good. Very good. Turn it over. Subs in as you need. Let's get 2 more reps. And again, going back to the point we said at the start, we're looking for 2 things. Either an advantage. And as you go to the higher levels, an advantage might just be the defense is on the side. It might be that their hands are down. It might be that their body weight is going in a certain direction, right? Or it might be a clear blow-by. Or we're looking for a switch. Either one, on that one there, we eventually got a slight advantage. And that's all that you're going to get when you get to that next level. Let's go. Hunt or hit. Good. Be late on the cut. Be late on the cut. Good job. Good job. All right, and let's tie in what Tom was talking about, right? Right, and that's where I'm trying to encourage use space, right? Yeah, you don't want to cook your dribble early, but you know this action is happening, right? Late on the cut gives you time, adjusts. Yep, maybe I play this action, maybe I don't have to look at it, and then I find that. We found the slice on that anyway. Very good. One more. Very good. Very good. Movement off the ball. Get out of line with our defenders. Yep. Are we subbing as we go? Let's go one more, right? One more. So we talk about this off-ball movement. And the reason we're asking the cutter to be late is essentially to give some success to the person with the ball. Right? So now the person with the ball, we've designed this so that you don't panic. So the person with the ball here, that's going to be the passer. We've designed it so that you don't panic because we want this to be late on the cut and we want the screen to be hit, right? So now you can use your fakes, you can use your dribble, get some space, right? But your job now is to make sure that we score off that flare screen. We get a good shot off that flare screen, right? So that's going to be, yep. Good. Can we score? Good. Good. Good second efforts. Way to keep playing. Here we go. Let's go one more. Okay, nothing set under the 3-point line. Nothing set under the 3-point line. Good. And so that's why, as you can see, as you start to go, everyone's really, they're trying to do the right thing, a lot of compliance. What happens to our spacing is we all start to creep down a little bit. So again, this is why we coach in the chaos. So now we see that, and now we make adjustments as we go. So let's go one more time, right? Nothing set below this 3-point line, right? So right, this screen shouldn't be set below it. So what do you have to do? Take it out. Take it out, right? When we set this flare screen, it's going to be you again. Right? What do you have to do? Take it out, right? If they go under, that's fine. Go under, shift the screen down, right? And then you've got this shot. Don't be afraid. We're looking for the right shot, yep. Good. Be late on the cut. Hunt and hit it, hunt and hit it, hunt and hit it. Ooh. Which one? Which is one? All right. And then we go back to the talk, right? Do you want to have one more crack at it? Talk, add the talk. Very good. Hold up. Good, good. Let's give us one more. One more, we're looking for the flare screen. Looking for the flare screen, nothing below. Operate with space. Operate with good timing. Good. All right, guys, good job. All right, it's hard, right? And that's why we're going to that whole part whole, right? And then we can go back and we can do breakdown shooting drills. We can do one-on-one, one-on-two, two-on-one, advantage, disadvantage drills where they can see the reads, right? But we're showing them the whole part first. Guys, good job. Now we're going to shift to stagger screens. So let's get 4 up. So again, 5v, 50%, so you can see where the defense is. Good. All right, so pretty easy. You sprint up, play as much space you like, pass to here, stagger screen. So screen down, you follow, screen down, right? Again, very standard, very obvious staggers, right? Again, just to start, right? So we hunt, yep, hunt and hit, find someone, hunt and hit, right? Find someone, be late on the cut, set up, right? Score or sacrifice. So you can single curl, you can double curl, you can straight cut, you can flare. It's up to you, right? As we come off, now our assertive next, right? She came off you first, so you've got the first option, right? Assertive next, what do you want to do? Roll, go. Okay, now your option, pop. Okay, let's get 1 rep of that. So 50%, 5v, 50%. Good. Good. And you love it, because it's always 5v, 75%. Very good. Jump in. Next 4. Subs in. Everyone gets a rep. What was the thing that I underpinned all 4 points with? Talk, right? I know it's hard, right? But you guys know each other, so that's the easy part. So help each other out. Lots of talk. Yep. Tell each other what you're doing. Good. All right, is everyone how to go? Okay. Set up again. Lift, pass, hunt and hit. So now we look at the reads, right? So this is obviously a penetrator. Yep, so we come into here, score or sacrifice. So as we're going up through here, let's say we're locking and trailing, right? Locking and trailing. She's not a shooter, so maybe you're going to sacrifice. So you want to curl hard, right? You take Caitlin in through there, right? So it's a read. Come back. Let's say you jump all the way in, right? You pack it up. Maybe we flare to here because we're looking, because everyone's in there. This is where the space is, right? It might just even be a case of it's not going to be for you. So you sacrifice up to here. You get the ball here. Catch it. Who's catching up? Right? So it's not for you. You're sacrificing. So then we've got our next. It might be a roll, a pop. You might set another screen, a single staggers. Yep. Curl on that. Right? Go back, Zoe. Don't play good D. Go back. Switch it. Good. Right? And now we've got this mismatch. The 2 things we're looking for is either an advantage, right? Caitlin was hugging a man, maybe we got the advantage on the curl, right? Or we sacrifice, or we're looking for a switch, right? We're looking for an advantage or a switch. All right, let's play live, just off a simple staggers. 2 points if you can score off the staggers. Very good. Very good. Very good. Roll it over. And even though we're talking to those guys, hunt and hit. Yep, hunt and hit, Zoe. Right? Be late on your cut. Yep, score or sacrifice. Yep. And then you're assertive next. Okay, here we go. Good, Caitlin. Good. And again, all we do, like I love, like great sacrifice cut, you're wide open, right? Just this. Okay, cool. Now we put some pre-action, some post-action in, right? So Caitlin's got it here. Go screen, right? You're gonna pitch it here. Go get it back, so don't go too low. So just some pre-action. So we've got this little red screen back to here. Zoe into here. Zoe just in here. So just here, don't go past it. We come over here, we throw it, we get a hand back, come and get it. Good, get to the corner, right? You roll over, so now we've got a guard and a big, so guard, staggers. Follow, Zoe. So again, all we're trying to do is get the defense out of position, right? Not in their good defensive principles. Run it into an action, follow those 4 principles. They're out of position, they're doing random stuff. We look for an advantage or a switch, okay? Pre-action, same rules apply. Pre-action, pass, hand back. Yep. And then into our staggers. You're coming off the staggers. Again, score or sacrifice. Let's have a look at that. Good cut. Assertive next. Very good. Good reads. And that's where we coach in the chaos. They get to discover. It's more meaningful. It's lasting. Okay. Very good, right? We're starting to get the reads. Now let's start to do it. You guys have been to some of these World Cup games, right? How do they run into a staggers? Fast or slow? Fast. Right? You guys warm enough, right? Yep. So let's get to that quickly. Then you can be late on your cut. We've got reads. Yep. And then we're going to score out of that staggers. Here we go. Sprint, sprint. Good. Hunt and hit. Hunt and hit. Find someone. Next action. Good. Hold up. Hold up. Very good. Very good. Zoe, after you hit a screen, assertive next, what did you do? Yeah, you did it next, right? But we want it to be assertive. Advantage or switch. So we came off here, we had a good screen here, the defense is out of position. If we're just clearing out of space, right, that's not assertive, and then we take away the benefit of the action, right? So as we who came off? Right? And then you popped, didn't you? You popped. You were wide open in here. I think there was on a mismatch. You were wide open in here, right? So that's what we're talking about, assertive. Ball goes into here, right? You've got an advantage, this person out of position, whatever it might be, assertive next. Does that make sense? Yeah. Right? Don't run away from the action. Don't get out of the way. This action is designed either for the cutter or the screener. All right, let's have a look. Hunt or hit. Good. Sprint to it, sprint to it, hunt or hit. Be late. Score or sacrifice. Assertive next. That's you. What do we think? Really good, right? And you were a little bit more assertive, right? And you were wide open. Imagine if you were more assertive, you're wide open, then you dunk it. Yeah? Yeah. Very good. All right. So pre-action. So let's go, swap it over. Give the other team a go. Lots of talk, guys. Lots of talk. Go get it. Go get it. That's right. Make it work. Make it work. Make it work. Good job. Good job. And that's key, right? Right? Didn't stop playing. Right? We may get it, and we all make mistakes. We all miss the pattern. Right? We all miss the instruction. We all get a rush of blood. We think something else. It's okay, but we keep playing. That was excellent. Let's go one more time. Wait for it. Wait for it. Yeah, good. Sprint to it. Good. Very good. All right, and so now we're going to talk a little bit about after action or post action. So set it up again. You guys can get subs in as you need. What do we got? Good. So we'll do the same setup, right? Run it through. Come get it. Good. delay your cut, delay your cut. So guard goes down first. So we've got it, and you have multiple staggers, lots of different options, but say we've got a guard down low first and a big, right? We hunt, we delay our cut, right? We come off. Let's say we curl cut, so single curl, double curl, and don't forget the single curl. Anyone watch Lauren Nicholson scores pretty much every time off this single curl in here, right? So you go through. Now we've got a guard and a big here. Again, we've got, what do you want to do after that? So having a plan or having some ideas. So we turn this into a singles, right? We come off through here, come straight up the line, again, play with space. We connect it into here, right? And you could do any number of things, but all we're doing now is encouraging you to think about it. I love this stuff, go pinch. You can go step up, right? But defense, pressure defense, blows that up, pop it into here. Now you can play off either way. We've got guard options in through here, great spacing. We can move, right? We can play off either way. And now our big has the hands on the ball so that they can be a playmaker as well, because we've got a lot of very smart bigs out there. So let's have a look at that. So we've got a guard and big in the staggers. Again, hunt and hit, late on the cut, score or sacrifice, assertive next. Yeah, good curl. Ooh, pinch action. Go to work. Lovely. Good. And sometimes we'll score out of the action, but again, because we've moved them around, flare screens, stagger screens, the defense is out of position. We're looking for advantage or switch. So yes, I am repeating the same things over and again, deliberately. Very good. Change it over. One to the other team. Guard and big after action. Here we go. Hunt and hit. Go Zoe, good. Good, pinch action, good. Good, good, right? Defense is clever. Okay, again, so pinch is just in here, right? If the defense is off, absolutely turn it into a step up, right? If the defense is up, yep, turn it into a pinch. That's a pretty easy read, all right? Very good. Okay, go back. Can I count you as a big for now?
Yeah.
All right. So, is it Zoe up? Is it Mel? Michaela, jump in the corner. All right. Good. So set a little screen here. Caitlin, come off this, keep the ball. Little up screen for your fellow big, right? Preceding screen, turn around Zoe, follow. All right, now we've got two bigs in the staggers. So we're looking at the after action. Again, do we have a plan for this? You can play motion, absolutely. So hunt and hit. Michaela comes off this, single curl, double curl. Let's say it's a curl, because curls are threatening. Don't always have to, but they are threatening. And now we've got two bigs. We kind of like this. Again, you've got options. I kind of like this, that now this low big gets a decision to turn around and play off this single staggers. So you can curl, you can back cut, but even here, curling, right, gives you position. Whether it's not a switch or whether it's like for like or no advantage, it gives you position, right? And then we flash this back again and we've got pinch or on ball. Okay, commit your cut, right, to the other side, and then you lift. Okay, that's good. So I'm going to give you two options. Coaching the chaos, right? Two bigs back here again. Michaela, cut, right? This is what Belgium was doing. So two screens in the staggers, two bigs in the staggers. They work out who they want to post up. The other person, let's say it's Zoe, you go to space, you duck in. So, I mean, when duck in, walk them in, right? And then pivot, seal, right? We passed it here, and now we're going to post ISO with you guys as shooting receivers. Make sense? So you got two options, right? You've got the second staggers, or you've got the sprint to post duck in. All right, let's have a look. Two bigs in the staggers. You guys doing well.
Watch the screen. Go stag.
Duck in, give it to her, yes. Go to work. Good. Love the movement, right? Love the movement. And let's talk about off-ball movement. We go into the post. Post must go to work. And then we talk about having zooms and booms. So zooms are cutting. If you're an obvious cutter, are you a cutter or a receiver spot shooter? All right, you're a boom. Are you a cutter or a receiver spot shooter? You're a boom. You're a cutter, so you're a zoom. So you zoom, right? And now you've got options. You've got dump offs as you're playing, and you've got kick outs for threes as you're playing. But none of that counts. You don't need it unless you're going to work, right? So your plan A is go to work, play one-on-one. Can I score? Yep, and then these guys are giving you options. So you don't need to worry about plan B because they're doing it for you. All right, let's go one more time. Dark. Talk.
Lizzie, watch the screen. Go, stay.
Good cut, Michaela. Good. Good. Turn it over. Let's go white. We've got 2 bigs on for white. Yeah, come on. Let's go, Jen. All right, so you got your 2 options. Whichever big you don't want to post up, they sprint. The other one will duck in and post up. Or the big can curl over the big for position. The other one comes back to the mid pinch. Right, bigs, you comfortable with that? You got 2 options. All right, let's have a look. Spacing, spacing. Good cut. Good. Very good. Right. Is that curl open every time? Yep, you can use that. Right. Okay, last one. If that's open, go to it. If not, we're going to go into our 2 bigs. The second big is going to curl over, the other's going to come back to a mid pinch. All right, that's our option. Here we go. Yeah. Very good. Go again. Right, very good. That's a tick, you get the ball back, you go again. Play with space, ladies, play with space. Sprint to it, hunt it, hunt it. What's your next? Assertive next, assertive next. Good. Go again, and this is the thing, right? You play, but we've got a structure, you play basketball, right? The action then becomes more valuable, right? Because now the defense doesn't know what to do. Yep, go one more time. Can we get all the way through the mid pinch? Cool. Good. Dark can do, yep, dark, all the way through the mid pinch. Good, curl over, curl over, curl over, curl over, curl over. Come get it, Zoe. Very good. Very good. Right, how many options do you think there were? Could you see where the defense was? Could you feel or see where the defense was? In good position or not good position? Slightly out of position. Slightly out of position, right? Still could have been good deep, but slightly out of position. That's all you're looking for, is slight advantages. Very good. Can we give these guys a round of applause? That's pretty impressive. Again, there was no breakdowns, there's no on zero, there's not a lot of technical talk. That stuff absolutely is important. 100% is important. But now I know where to direct that attention to, right? Spacing, right? For some people, a little bit more of the X's and O's, passing. Yep. Being a little bit more aggressive, attacking. So now I know I can be guided because we've done the whole the chaos, the 5v 50% because there was context. So then the last thing I'd probably say about the off-ball movement, again, is let's, as coaches, sell the importance and the enjoyment of contributions off the ball, because there's only one person that can have the ball in their hand, right? And if we measure our value by what we do with the ball, right, we're only going to really have 20% of the ball, 20% value, right? And if you're a point guard, you get a little bit more. If you're not, it's going to be very low, right? So we need to sell that. It does require good relationships, right? On the court, but there's no way we can have good relationships on the court if we don't have okay/good relationships off the court, right? So everything connects, find a way to build relationships. And that's the communication piece. And then everything with purpose and conviction, right? And that's a little bit different with young females. We've got to build that confidence and that trust, but again, invest in it, right? Exploring, not being perfect, doing things with purpose, being hardworking and assertive and making that a cool thing. With this stuff, it really is sacrificial, and that's where we need to build people back in, is score or sacrifice, get open, get someone else open, get open again. But it's, a huge part that I think we need to go back to or continue to invest in, and those 4 dot points around off-ball action. And it could be anything. So Stagger's flare screens, I made those ones up a couple of days ago, watching the World Cup. I wanted to change some. Goals was like, oh, you could do these ones. I'm sure if I had a conversation with numerous other coaches, I could have a list of about 20 different ways to run flare screens and stagger screens. So could you, right? Be creative, do multiple things during practice. Don't just stick in one flare screen, because when you get to a game, right, or you get to a World Cup, there's 20 different flare screens from 12 different teams, right? So expose them. It's all the same thing, but in different environments. So that's probably all that I would say. If anyone's got any questions or thoughts or comments, any questions?
Can I just ask about getting, when the screen's being set, in my day we were taught, shoulder to shoulder, and you would, so not doing that. And even if, certainly these girls are not always doing it.
Yeah.
And the World Cup, they're not always doing
it.
Is that a difference in thinking? Or?
Yeah. It was a good question. So asking about when we kind of came up, we were very much taught the very technical aspect of wait for the screen, set up, and then go shoulder to shoulder. So wait for the screen, go shoulder to shoulder. I'm sure a lot of people are head nodding, yep, that's how we were taught. You can go back and teach that, 100%, but it's all read-based these days. So you'll see it at the World Cup, the offense, Belgium might see that their man is way off. So instead of waiting for them to get up, they're just going to get away, and that's where the sacrifice comes in. So they're going to score, so they're going early, or they're going to sacrifice. So they're not waiting for their defense to catch up, to set up to go shoulder to shoulder. And because there's multiple different options, it's not always just going to be for the cutter. So that's where the cutter knows it might be for me, or I'm just going to do it as hard as I can, looking like it's for me, and it's going to get somebody else open. So I think back in the day, it was very much we're getting that cut open. Whereas now it might be that cut, it might be the screener, it might be the second, third, fourth action down the line. I know Sandy talks about that a lot. We will rarely score out of the pick and roll. We'll score out of the second action or the third action. So that's probably why, and because the game is so much quicker.
Necessarily wanting to...
Not all the time. If they're in a battle with you, absolutely. But if they're not, light and loose, space, get away, separation. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.